Hello everyone, welcome to today's Novage webinar, Classic Jewelry 3D Design in 2Shapes for Rhino. This webinar will consist of a quick introduction on 2Shapes for Rhino and some tutorials on how to design various classic jewelry pieces using 2Shapes, from rings, earrings, pendants, and bangles. So Rafael, we will go from the most basic features to designing bespoke jewelry pieces in just a few minutes. And I want to remind you that Rafael del Molinois is an experienced Chief Executive Officer with more than 15 years of experience in the jewelry sector and more than 25 years as a computer software developer. He has designed and created products such as RhinoGold and Clayoo. He is passionate about helping jewelry business leaders to grow their businesses and boost their sales with 2Shapes. So let me tell you more about 2Shapes later, but in the meantime, I want to show you where you can find Rhino on the Novage web page, because you will need Rhino to use 2Shapes. And Novage is changing the way designers purchase 3D software, offering more choices, more freedom, best advice, and faster services. So check us out at novage.com. And for more information on 2Shapes, I'll share Rafael's screen so he can tell you all about that and more. Take it away.
Okay.
Rafael, here you go. We can see your screen.
Okay, then thank you very much, Barbara and Novage team, to organize that webinar. And super exciting. It was working a lot of hours to update and include all the important things for this presentation. Then today we will talk about a lot of news that probably the people don't know about 2Shapes and 2Shapes for Rhino. Okay. Then, as you commented, I will talk about a lot of things. If you have any question, don't wait, ask in the chat. Okay. It will be a pleasure to try to answer you. Well, we are 2Shapes and we are based in Barcelona, in Spain. Then I think it's important that you know where we are. We're in a town. It's 20 kilometers from Barcelona. It's Premià de Mar. But yeah, it's a nice place to develop software. Okay. Well, as Barbara said, well, last 15 years I was the CEO and the owner of the company who developed RhinoGold and Clayoo. Okay, and in 2018 I started to develop to create 2Shapes. Okay, and basically the idea, our motto is how we can increase the business of our jewelers customers. Okay, and basically the idea is we are focused on 4 areas. Obviously, my background is 3D. Okay, but in 2Shapes we focus it in 4 areas. One is e-commerce. Okay, store or point of sale, design and production and stock management. Okay, the idea is, okay, it's nice, all the design tools, but how we can get more profit, how we can help the customer design in 3D, and how we can help them to grow the business. And one way can be all the e-commerce solutions and the store solutions, and also the production and stock management. And for that reason, before to talk about 2Shapes for Rhino, I would like to do a quick introduction about what is 2Shapes. Okay, because 2Shapes is running behind 2Shapes for Rhino. Then 2Shapes for Rhino is connecting to the 2Shapes cloud to do a lot of things. And I think it's important that you understand what is 2Shapes in order to see what can be the future of 2Shapes for Rhino. Okay. Then probably most of you are designers and think, okay, why I need an e-commerce but after my experience walking around the globe, because I was going every year to 20 shows, from Hong Kong to Japan to US, And then I think that we solve all the design part, but I think you will see that the connection with e-commerce with 2Shapes is really nice. Then I recommend all the designers that are watching this presentation take attention to that, because it can be probably the next step for them. Okay. Then why we should have an e-commerce? I think now with all these COVID days, I think it's a must to have an e-commerce. Okay. Then basically what we created is an e-commerce platform that you can basically add all your designs and allow the customers design based in your designs. Okay. In other words, you design in 2Shapes or 2Shapes for Rhino, and you upload it to 2Shapes, and then you define and design your e-commerce. And the good thing of that is we will see that you will have access to real-time pricing and a lot of other important things. And the customer can pick a design and say, okay, maybe I want to change the stone, or I want to change the filler size. Very basic stuff. But the idea is your customers can design in your e-commerce. They can create their own product. Okay. Then this is the designer that we are offering for your e-commerce. Okay, the idea is a 3D, a very basic 3D to change gem shapes and finger size and very basic things. The customer cannot. We understand that it's not a jeweler, and they cannot break the designs. Okay, technically they can combine objects. Okay, they can combine a halo with the ring and change settings, but never can go and modify the prong size. Okay, then I think it's really interesting. Other thing is an e-commerce that obviously you can add your own designs, and we will see that we can with one click upload to 2Shapes, and 2Shapes will prepare that design to be ready to be parametric to edit in the e-commerce. Okay. Also, I think it's important that when you have all your designs, you will have it 24/7, and this is really interesting. And the best thing is all this e-commerce or this web page is running on any device. Then it's ready to be used on a cell phone, and is used in an iPad. Okay. Then your customers can design on your website using an iPad in the sofa. Okay. Then it's really nice. It's really nice. Okay. And other interesting thing is based on stock. In other words, if you design with a stone of 0.5 carats and you don't have it in the store, in the stock, the design is adapted automatically to the closest gemstones available, 0.49, or you know, it's really nice. Also, other interesting thing is you can analyze where the people is coming, okay, where, from what device, what is the designs that they select. You can analyze everything to know better your business. Okay. Also, we have the functionality. This is really cool functionality, like drop a hint. Okay, the idea is that the customers or the visitors can drop a hint to somebody and say, hey, I like that ring. Okay, it's like I can send to my girlfriend or in the opposite way, say, hey, I like that. Okay, then it's really nice. And this is out of the box. You don't need to do nothing. Okay. Just add your designs and change the colors. Okay. And of course, it's integrated with social networks. Okay, you can integrate your social networks. We offer 12 of the most important. Okay, from the most common, but also the Asians social networks. Okay. And also, it's really interesting because you can use it also in your store, and then you can attract the people. You can use that in a TV. You can use that in where you want. I think it's nice. Okay. Oops. Then other important thing, because maybe you can think, yeah, but probably I will not sell nothing in my e-commerce because my kind of customers and okay. This is a data of US. Okay, the 80% of the customers research online before to go to the store to purchase. Okay, then we have an article in our blog talking about Dropo, and is that research online and purchase offline. In other words, it's nice that you have an e-commerce on a website where the people can see what you are doing and what you are offering. Okay. And also, this is really nice, is when somebody hit order in your website, automatically start all the manufacturing process. In other words, you will receive an email and say, hey, you have an order of this design, and also it's creating all this schedule with all the days when you need to print, when you need to cast the stones that you need, a lot of things. Okay. Also, you have an e-commerce. Also, you can add all these customization things in your WordPress platform. If you use WordPress, works on WordPress. Also in Shopify, you can integrate 2Shapes in Shopify. And also, you have a standard website, and you want to add just the design configuration or some collections. You can do it. This one line of code is really nice. Okay. And also, you can integrate just adding your code, your key of Google Analytics, and 2Shapes e-commerce is integrated with Google Analytics out of the box. Also with Yandex Metrica. Yandex Metrica is a really cool analytics from Yandex, and also you can see what is doing the people. Okay, in other words, you can see where the people is hitting and everything, and then it helps you a lot to learn about your business. Okay, because probably you think, oh, this design or this collection must be the most important, but you see that all the people, or 80% of the people is clicking another site, and it's really nice. And the best thing is you don't need to add any line of code. Just go in the settings and say enable Yandex Metrica. That's all. Also, the people can subscribe in your website, and all these emails is on 2Shapes Cloud, but also we can send it to MailChimp. MailChimp is an e-commerce platform. It's a mailing platform that helps you to send emails. Okay, if you need to send an e-news, I don't recommend that you use your email. I recommend that you use these platforms that to send hundreds or thousands of emails. Okay, and the same, just add your MailChimp account and it's ready to use. And the last thing about e-commerce is integration with PayPal. Okay, when the people hit order, they can pay directly on your website. Okay, and also you can add static elements, like for example, imagine that you have in stock some designs or some watches. Okay, then you can add physical objects on the e-commerce. Okay, obviously you cannot customize a watch, but you can offer also the things that you have today in your store. Okay, I don't know if I'm talking too quick, but I have a lot of slides and I want to talk about a lot of things. Please, if you have any question, ask. Okay. As I told you before, also we recommend, we have a part of this software of 2Shapes that you can use it in your store. What we want is that you have an iPad in your store and you have a big screen in your store, and then you can customize with the customers. Okay. The idea is the salespeople can design with the customers to find his unique proposal. Okay, it's really cool. It's really cool. And the same, it's very basic thing. The sales guy and the customer cannot destroy. Okay, and also everything that you change, you have in real time the price. Okay,
Rafael, we have a question.
Yeah.
Does 2Shapes is 2Shape compatible with Shopify? Does it integrate with Shopify?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea is some customers, if you don't have an e-commerce, I recommend to use 2Shapes alone. But if already you have an e-commerce and it's Shopify, it's one line of code to add 2Shapes in your Shopify. Okay, then yeah, it's completely compatible. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Then also for sales, when somebody orders from your store or from your e-commerce, because 2Shapes e-commerce, you can create multiple e-commerce. Okay, you can create an e-commerce just to target some customers, and then but you centralize everything in one place. The orders. Okay, when somebody hit orders, you receive all the information about the orders. Also the customer list. Okay, the hints. Okay, all the hints that the people doing in your e-commerce. You receive it here, okay? The subscribers, even if you don't use MailChimp and somebody subscribing one of your e-commerce, it goes to the list. That's really cool. And also the stores, okay? You can define the stores that you have. Why that? Because also you can offer in the e-commerce, you can allow the option to pick up in the store, okay? Excellent. Then business performance. Also, you can as I told you before, for e-commerce. Also, we have the same thing for the stores. Then you can know how many people is visiting, when, from where, what they are clicking, from what device. You have everything. But the best thing is a view that you can see it in 5 seconds. Okay. I love the Google Analytics reports, but it's always is, I feel too tired to read a lot of pages. Just I want to see how are the visits and what are the top models, and that's all what I need. And I think probably this is one good choice. Okay. Then you have designs, okay, and you create designs. Then in 2Shapes and 2Shapes for Rhino, you can create spaces and collections. The idea is the collection is a group of designs, okay, and the spaces is a group of collections, okay. Then the idea is you can design, and you can, and we will see later that you can add it in some collections, okay, and then you can organize your catalog as you want, okay. I think probably one of the best things is you can add and remove the designs as you want, because you know what is your market, right? Also, we have trends, okay, and this is really nice because you can access that from the website, from the application, or also from 2Shapes for Rhino. Trends is collection of designs, for example, channel rings, halo rings, solitaire rings, three-stone rings, all these kind of designs that we allow you just to add to your collections. In other words, if you want to offer wedding rings, of course you can add your own, but you can start from one of the designs, or you can pick, I don't know, 200, and then you add another one. It's up to you, okay? Other interesting thing about the trends is all these designs are completely parametricals. In other words, if you say, okay, the halo collection, it has 10 designs, and I don't like 5, just I like the other 5, and I want to modify some of these designs, then you can do it, okay? It's very easy to do that, and everything is editable, okay? And you can edit in 2Shapes or in 2Shapes for Rhino. It's up to you, okay? And here are some samples. The best thing is all, later we will see when we talk about rendering, is everything that you upload to 2Shapes is rendered by our servers. And the best thing is we have exactly the same color the same color for all the renders. In other words, if you modify a design or you add your own design, or you all the renders are exactly the same. Then nobody knows if this design is created by you, or some, okay? It's really nice. It's really nice. It's colors. Now I don't have the word in English, but it means that all the yellow golds look in the same way. Okay, it's not different yellow golds and all these things. Okay. Then also you have a designer profile. Okay, the idea is you can create a designer profile if you are offering services to three-party companies. Okay, then if you are a designer and you want to offer your services as the designer, you can create your profile, add some designs just to show, add some renders to show the people what are your styles, and then the people can contact you. And okay. And here is in product is where you can define the static products like the watches or the things that you have already in stock. Okay. Okay, talking too fast, I think. But there are a lot of things to show you today. Okay, one of the questions that we receive is okay, I upload my design. But how 2Shapes calculate the price? In other words, I create a design in size 6.5, and the customer changed the finger size to something bigger. Then we will have more metal, and we will have probably more stones. And how 2Shapes calculate that? This is magic. Okay, this is completely magic. The idea is all this pricing model, and now I will explain the different sections of that pricing system. As you can see here, we have the manufacturers. This information about pricing also you have available in 2Shapes for Rhino. Okay, in other words, you are designing, and if you want to know not only the weight but also the price in setting, number of stones, carats, everything. Now you will see it's all that you see here, you have the same in 2Shapes for Rhino, okay? But the idea is you must define a manufacturer, okay? A manufacturer is you go there and add a new one, and here you define what are the metals that you are working, what are the prices of the metals, the setting price, the finishing price, everything. You define all these values, okay? And it helps the system to calculate all these things. It is a lot of things. We can do just a webinar of this page. Okay, for that reason, I will jump to the next one. Okay. Also, we can define diamond centers. Okay. Just a point. Let me go back. Here in manufacturers, you can define multiples. Okay. In other words, you can define a provider. Imagine that you have a provider for silver, another provider for gold, or for platinum. Okay, then you can define different, and depending what the customer define in the store. Okay, in the store say, okay, in my e-commerce I want to offer 18 or 14 or 9. Okay, all these kind of methods you define it, and depending what the customer select goes to one or another. Okay, and it's magic. Okay, the same with diamonds. In diamonds you can define different diamond groups, different diamond providers. Okay, and the thing it's super nice because you can define certified diamonds, non-certified diamonds, gemstones, and also in diamonds we add a lot of functionalities to add lab grown diamonds, to add fancy color diamonds, and wow, I think the most trending gemstones available in the market. Then super nice. Okay, then now I can calculate the metal, the production, and everything, and also the diamond cost. But also we can define the markup. Okay, then we can define what is the markup that we want to charge in the metals and the labels, but also in the gemstones. Okay. Super easy. I think it's I like a lot. Okay. Then and the last part is the taxes. Also, you can define the taxes, and the system calculate for you. Okay, if you are in Los Angeles and you have a customer in Canada or a customer in Mexico or in another state, the system calculates the taxes for you. Okay, you don't need to worry about that. Just you need to set up, okay, in the case of Europe, you define, okay, I'm a European company focused on Europe and I'm in Spain and this is the tax ID, okay? Then the system do everything for you, okay? Okay, and the last one, the shipments. You can define different shipments and different shipments groups. For example, I have one for south of Europe, but also I can define another one for other countries or other regions in other countries, okay? And it's really, really easy. Then when you set all these values, we create a simulator, okay? Yeah, you put all these values, but you want to know what are the final the final price of that. And this is fantastic because you can simulate with different, and the good thing is you can create a diamond manufacturer and simulate until you approve. You approve and say, okay, I want to use that in the e-commerce. Then you can see the prices. Here you have something quick, okay? It's a quick overview, but also you can hit in one of them, and then you see all this breakdown. It's pricing, makeup. This is the full report, okay? Probably if you are using 2Shapes for Rhino, you don't need to see the makeup on the retail price and all these things. Then from the designer point of view, we only show the price, the cost, okay? We don't enter in makeups and all these things. But here is a full report, okay? But we can change that and simulate the scenario that we want. The manufacturing centers, the name, what is the metal, okay? In this case, it's 3 grams. 1 carat is a ring, is a 6.5. But also we have all the metals and labels descriptions, okay? This is the cost per gram, okay? Based on your definition, okay? Prototyping price, casting, finishing, polishing price, setting price, additional processes, quality, okay? And also all the gemstones list, okay? As you can see, the price, the makeup, everything. And the last one is the task, okay? Based on your settings of manufacturer, you know that in this case, the 3rd of November, yesterday it started to print, and today enter to casting, and on all the rest of the things. Okay, it's really, really nice. Okay, then this functionality give a lot of tools for the designers also, because it's not you are creating something, yeah, but at the end you can target on a price. Okay. And the same, you have a full system of production, okay? Then you can receive an email, or the production guys can receive an email about the 3D file and everything that they need to produce that, okay? It's really nice. Also, we can do a webinar just of this page, okay? Then I go on, and also you can customize the branding and everything. Okay, this is really cool. You can in your e-commerce or in your store or even in 2Shapes for Rhino, you can add your branding. Okay, logos, colors, fonts, even customize the CSS. Okay, it's really nice. It's really nice. And the best thing is in minutes you create your e-commerce. Okay, in minutes. It's targeted for your viewers. Okay. Design. We arrived to design. Okay. Then also in 2Shapes Cloud we have functionalities for design. As you can see, or as you will see, we try to be on the same page in 2Shapes Cloud and 2Shapes for Rhino. In other words, that we want that you have continuity. Okay, you can design in 2Shapes Cloud in your iPad, and then you can save it and go on in your desktop in 2Shapes for Rhino, or go on in a TV. Okay, then this is what we are focused. Okay, that you can work on the cloud, but also in 2Shapes for Rhino in the same way. Yeah, change every minute if you want. Then we have a design manager. Okay, this is exactly the same in 2Shapes for Rhino. We will see we have the command designs in 2Shapes for Rhino. That is exactly the same, but basically it allows to organize all the designs that we have. Okay, and as soon as we save, the system starts to create the renderings and all these things. Okay, good. Then here in design, in the module of design, we have more functionalities than the designers that we have in the store. Okay, here we can change everything. Here we can change the size of a prong. We can change. We can add, remove. We can destroy what we want. Okay. Then and probably the best thing is it's perfect for beginners, but also it's really powerful for experts. Okay, then I think we have, okay, it's really easy to start, and it's ready for also for experts that say, no, I want to modify this prong, this shape, I want to modify this thickness, I want to modify the bending, everything. Okay, excellent. And of course, it's on the cloud. It means we can collaborate, and we can be multiple people in the same organization working on the same file. Okay, other thing is you will love that. Okay, we have the render cloud engine. It's just amazing. You save the file in the cloud, okay, and then 2Shapes start to do the renders. Okay, you don't need to do nothing. You don't need to send nothing. Okay, then by default it creates 12 renders, 4 angles of point of view and 3 metals. Okay, then it creates all of that, and it creates in 4K. Okay, it's a huge resolution. It's amazing. The idea is you save, and later, after some minutes, the renders are ready to share to your customers. Okay, and the best thing is you are designing in your iPad. Excellent. You don't need to compute in your iPad. Even in your cell phone, you can modify things, and when you save, the server starts to render for you. Okay, the server, or one of the rendering servers, because we have some of them for rendering. Okay, but you don't need to be an expert. Just save, and it works for you. Okay, but also we offer the option that if you want to create some, because we offer the four point of views, but maybe you say, okay, no, I want to have another point of view, or probably another. Okay, you have the option. It's just modify the point of view, modify if you want some materials, and save it, and then it's computing for you. Okay, believe me that creates stunning renders that you can share with your customers, with social networks. I think it's really nice, because at least for me, one of the most complex things to share what we are doing in 2Shapes in social networks is to create the content. Okay, and it helps a lot creating renderings and create everything for you. Okay, and all of them are transparent. It means you can add very quick your logo. You can add, okay, what you want to customize to render. Okay. Also, you have the possibility to modify with Gumball. You can modify what you want. Okay, if you want to, for example, you have the option for rendering and manufacturing, as we have in 2Shapes for Rhino, and in one click change the design for rendering or change the design for manufacturing, because for manufacturing we have different shapes, like in the prongs longer, and a lot of different things. Then really easy. Okay, and 100% parametrical. What else? 2Shapes for Rhino has elements. Then the idea is you can add objects, and we provide hundreds. Okay, I don't know. It's 2,000, I think. I know the number, but a lot. Okay, and in the same way, you can edit, you can clone it, you can modify it, you can do what you want. Okay, and all of them are ready for print. Okay. Here's some element types. We are adding more and more. Okay. Then here's some of them. Okay. Later we will see these commands in 2Shapes for Rhino. Then I will go straight. Okay. And the idea is you have all these parameters that you can modify everything. Okay, as you have it in 2Shapes for Rhino. It's exactly the same. Okay. And also you can add static elements. Imagine that you have from other CAD system or in your Rhino files and you want to upload it, you can upload it just dragging. Okay, you drag the files and automatically verify if the file is ready for print and automatically do all the renders for you. Okay, then really nice, really nice. Then you can bring all your Rhino files into Shapes Cloud. Okay. Also, you can export the files in STL, okay, and in 3DM, okay. The 3DM is a Rhino file, okay. And also, you have the option to modify profiles and do what you want. I think that there is no limit to create what you want, okay. And also, we have galleries. Galleries is a functionality that allows us to store images and files. In other words, when you have multiple renders and you want to save it and organize it and keep it, and okay, here is where you save everything, okay, from images and videos, okay. I think 2Shapes probably the most interesting thing is we have a set of, I call it a cloud, but it's a multiple servers working together, okay. We have multiple servers for rendering, for geometry, for manufacturing, okay, and all talk between them. Then I think it's probably the most interesting of 2Shapes for Rhino, and of course for 2Shapes is all that you have behind all this cloud. And say, I don't understand how it's calculating in real time all this price, or because you have all the cloud behind 2Shapes for Rhino, okay. Other interesting thing in 2Shapes is born for design in teams, okay? It's designed for working teams. In other words, we can have some people working only in the store, other people just working on manufacturing, other people just working on design, the sales team, then we can define different roles for everybody, okay? And it's really, really nice, okay? When a designer finishes a design, they can add it or contact to the product team and say, hey, this is ready, and the product team can automatically add in a collection, and in the same time is on the e-commerce that they want. Okay, then it's really, really nice. It's really, really nice and super easy to change the roles and imitate the people and everything. Okay, 2Shapes Cloud works in any modern browser like Safari, Chrome, Firefox, Edge, okay. Internet Explorer doesn't work, but is obsolete. But all the rest of the modern browsers works, okay. But also we have the Mac and the Windows native application. Then if you want to use in your Windows or in your Mac, you can use it like an application, okay. But we want that 2Shapes will be in all the devices that you want, okay, in your PC, in your Mac, in your browser, in your iPad, in your phone, in your TV, and of course in your Rhino, okay. Then let's start with 2Shapes for Rhino, okay. Then 2Shapes for Rhino, the idea is we love Rhino, okay. I was working with Rhino from 1998. I'm really young, okay, but yeah, I start really young to work with Rhino, and we love Rhino. Probably, I think it's the best 3D modeler for jewelry and also for other markets. Okay, then that's the reason why we develop more functionalities in 2Shapes for Rhino. Okay. Then it's created for jewelers. Okay, I was the last 15 years talking to jewelers around the world and asking them what they need. Okay, and we try to get all these ideas and bring it to shapes for Rhino. The same 2Shapes for Rhino has continuity with 2Shapes Cloud. Okay, I save in 2Shapes for Rhino, I go on into 2Shapes Cloud, and I modify into 2Shapes Cloud, and also okay, you can switch between browser, TV, everything. Okay. Other thing is of course you can store the file in your computer. You say, no, Rafa, I have a Dropbox, and I say in Dropbox everything that you can is a 3D file. Okay, you don't need to change nothing in your workflow. But when you see that you upload and you receive a render without do nothing, probably you will love it to load it. Okay. The user interface, you can change everything about the interface. We use by default a white color, but you can change everything. We have some themes like dark, like orange, which you can modify everything. Okay, everything. And also, if you are a Rhino user and say, hey, I love the Rhino interface, me too, then just you will have a toolbar, and then you can use it in Rhino interface for sure. Okay, we don't force you to use our interface. Okay. The most interesting thing, the intuitive parametric, the idea is we cannot waste time to modify finger size, to adapt a basket when we change the finger size, or the finger size or the gemstones. This is just change what you want, and it will be ready. Okay. Forget about trees, forget about relations, forget about things. Just focus on create the best design. Okay. I think we have the best builders. Now you will see all of them. Okay. Then now I jump to the next one. Okay. And the same that all the elements that we are offering in 2Shapes Cloud, you have exactly the same elements here. And if you select one of them and you modify it, automatically synchronize it to the cloud. Then all the other designers or you in other devices, you have the same files. Everything is synchronized. Okay. Don't worry. Oh no, I save it in this computer, but now I'm in another computer, but now I'm in my cell phone and I want to check. No, everything is synchronized. Okay. But also, Rhino has a render called Cycles. Okay. Cycles is super nice rendering. Super nice. Okay. I think it's one of the best things of this new Rhino. And the results are amazing. And we add a tool, a render studio, render animation studio, that allow us just drag materials. Okay. We offer you a library of materials, and just you drag the materials, the ground, and the environment, and just hit render. Okay. Then I think it's Cycles is a F1 car, and then we add the radio and all the things to be comfortable, because Cycles is super powerful, but also it's a little bit complex. And in that way, we set up everything for you. Okay. Also, it creates videos. Okay. It allows you to create this kind of videos to share with everybody and to create this wow effect. Okay. Because I think most of the cases the render is more important than the design. In other words, the render helps a lot to do the sale, and also a video. Okay, you have a video. Okay, then and the result is an MP4 format. Is compatible. You can send by email. You can share in social networks. It's really nice. Okay, and also all the things that we saw in 2Shapes Cloud, or your stock of diamonds are in 2Shapes for Rhino. Then you can pick. Okay. Rafa, what happens if I select one of these certified diamonds and in the store somebody order it, and then don't worry, the design or 2Shapes will find another stone for you. Okay, then you don't need to worry about that as a designer. Okay. The same as you see before, all the real-time pricing, you have it inside Rhino. Inside exactly the same. Okay, because it's the same cloud with calculating the price for 2Shapes and 2Shapes for Rhino. Okay. Then and also is we have some functionalities to send to print. Okay, if you have a 3D printer, of course you can export to STL, but this is the standard format. But also you can click and you can send to Formlab, sorry, and any qubit. You can export to multiple also 3D system. I have very bad memory about the names of the applications but was Formlabs also. Any qubit can also 3D systems. Okay, but with STL you can do what you want. Okay, the STL you can print in any printer in the globe. Okay. Languages. We are translating to the 13 languages of Rhino. Okay, it's in English, Espanol, French, Italian, Chinese, Korean, Japanese. Okay, then you can use it as you want. And 2Shapes for Rhino works on Rhino 6 and also on Rhino 7. Okay, Rhino 7 is beta. Okay, but we are deploying always the same version for 2Shapes for Rhino 6 and Rhino 7. But you need Windows 8.1 or Windows 10. Okay. And here's some renders for 2Shapes for Rhino and cycles. Yeah, really nice. All these textures about leather and silk, you have it in 2Shapes. Okay. And here's some commands. I'm going really quick because we have a lot of things to show you. One is the recent files. It allows you just to pick the last recent files that you are using, but with a graphical way. I'm really bad for the names, and always I type really bad names. Never identify the file or the design by the name. Here I have a preview. Okay, and then I can click and open automatically. The same as you have in 2Shapes Cloud, you have it here. Okay, all the designs that you have here, you can click and use it in 2Shapes for Rhino, and the same way upload to 2Shapes Cloud. Okay, and also we have commands to help you to design, like advanced curve allow you to create symmetric curves with thickness and a lot of nice things to help you to save time. Because at the end of the day, from a design point of view, a Rhino is the best modeler. You can do what you want. Now we need to save you time, to help you to be more productive. Okay. And also we have commands like pattern that allow you to create patterns from geometries and create this kind of geometry scoping. Okay, with hundreds of parameters. All the commands are real-time preview. Then you modify any value and you see it on you don't need to hit OK to see the result. Okay. Raster to vector, it allows you to convert images to curves. Okay, really easy. Text on curve allows you to create text on curve on any font that you have installed in your computer and very quickly align and okay. Drawn cap allows you to create this kind of geometries that is, I don't know if you never tried to model something like that. That is a lot of work, okay? And here we have a tool that allows you to select, okay? Also, we have functionalities to scale by dimension or by weight. Imagine that you want to modify by dimensions. This will be 10 millimeters, okay? Obviously, you can calculate. It's a factor of, okay, 20 millimeters and must be 10, then calculate the factor here is just define what you want, and the same with weight. I want that it will be 3 grains, okay? And it will calculate what is the scale that they must apply, okay? Save time, okay? Arrays, okay, we have arrays to polar arrays, arrays along curve, and are pretty similar like the Rhino commands, but here is more jeweler focused. In other words, probably the engineers, when they use Rhino, they know that they need to add 10 holes in a plate. Okay, here in jewelry, we are more creative and we don't know if it's 21, 22 stones, or okay, and we want to modify and see and adapt, and okay, and that's the interesting thing of that commands, okay? Also, we create very dynamic and advanced deformations to dynamically modify, bend, twist, taper it, some geometries, okay? I'm talking too quick, I think, but we have 10 minutes, oh my God. Okay, then ring curves. This is a super nice command that allows you to create a different ring curves, okay? And the best thing of that, obviously, as everything that you create in 2Shapes is parametrical. It means now you create some sweeps or you create anything following that course. If you modify it, automatically update, okay? And that's really nice. But it is really nice to create bypass rings and to create this kind of complex curves, okay? But we have a lot of builders. We have a classic ring builder with all the presets, as you see, but also all the parameters. And this is exactly the same that you have in cloud, okay? Then you don't need to understand two interfaces. It's exactly the same. We have cathedral builders, and also with gambles. This is amazing. You touch, okay? You are touching your design, and I think it's really nice. Also, other thing, this is optional, but by default is enabled, is when you are modifying values, you see in real time the weight and also the carats and the stones that you are using, okay? In all the commands, okay? The same as we saw before with the curve, we have the ring by sections builder. Here we can add multiple profiles and modify it, and super nice command. It's really nice command, okay? We have the SIGNET builder with all the presets, but also with all the values to modify the curves and everything, okay? Name it rings, exactly the same. Also for diamonds and gemstones, you can select from your certified diamonds or gemstones, but also we have a creator. If you don't worry about inventory, no, Rafa, I want a diamond of 0.5, okay? Hit and modify 0.5 and you have it, okay? We have multiple shapes. We have 10 different shapes, okay? That you can use it, like heart, like marquise, like princess, like, okay? Also, we have tools to create gemstones on geometries, like gems by curve, like gems by two curves. For example, if you want to create like gradient stones, okay? Or if you want to create a network, okay, you have multiple network curves and it's calculating to fit the stone in the center of the cross, and it's really nice. Cabochon and pearls, also we have all these functionalities with sizes, with everything, okay? Then what else? We have diamonds and stones, but also we have all the settings and we have peg heads, for example, okay? We have baskets, we have bezels, we have halos. We have also what we call it smart components that we can modify, like BEAD, veils, charms, bangles. Also, you can upload elements, just some geometry that you want to use in 2Shapes, or even to store it, okay, and use it in 2Shapes for Rhino, okay. Okay, then next one, MILGRAIN. Also, we can create MILGRAIN, okay, and it's parametrical. You change the finger size, you change everything as it's updated. We have rope. We have VORONOI, okay, if you want to create these VORONOIs, beautiful geometries. You can use it in 2Shapes for Rhino. Also honeycomb. Okay, if you want to. Now I show you in course, but you can create it in 3D. But just to explain the concept. Okay. Texture 3D. You get any image and you apply on any geometry. This is really cool. And the texture is ready for print. Okay, it's really nice. And the last slide is just to tell you about the future. Okay, what we are adding. Okay, our plan is 2Shapes for Rhino is still in development. You can download today and use it for free. But our idea is in the next week we will finish all the details to release 2Shapes for Rhino 1.0. But we are planning the future. Okay, and here I want to tell you about what we will add. Okay. Remember, if you have any question, ask. Okay. Then 2Shapes for Rhino, the future. Okay, it's 2Shapes for Grasshopper. Okay, we will add functionality to use all the commands that you have in Grasshopper. Okay, in 2Shapes for Rhino, you will have it in Grasshopper. Okay, then all the Grasshopper lovers they can enjoy 2Shapes now in Grasshopper. Okay. But also we will add a lot of functionalities like PABL, gem setting, hollow ring, infinite pendant, Huggy, split chunk, eternities, okay, hinge, okay. And I was planning to show some designs, but probably I will because just it's 3 minutes to the hour. Then let me show you how you can download and install 2Shapes. It's very easy. 2shapes.com/downloads. And then you can download 2Shapes for Rhino or 2Shapes Cloud for Windows, Mac. Okay. You need to create an account. It's easy, and you have a trial for 15 days. If you need more, just contact us and say, Rafa, we need more. Okay. And also we have 2shapes.com/learn. Here you can find documentation, videos, tutorials, everything. Okay. From 2Shapes and 2Shapes for Rhino. Okay. And the final thing is the price. Okay. We have two kinds of subscriptions. We have 2Shapes Cloud is 1,000 euros, 999 per year. Okay. But also we create just the design functionality. All that you see, the pricing and the design functionality of Cloud, and also 2Shapes for Rhino. It's $499. Okay, then you have the option of 1,000 with everything, 2Shapes for Rhino and 2Shapes Cloud, and the designer option is $499, and you have all the cloud design part and pricing, and 2Shapes for Rhino. Okay, yeah, but why you don't have perpetual? I think one of the most interesting thing of this the subscription is 500 euros is per month. It's probably 40 euros per month, 40 euros per month. But the good thing is you have the software, you have the support, and you have all the updates. You don't need to worry about updates. Okay. And of course, we cannot create perpetual license for a cloud. Okay. Then, but I think it's really easy. I think that the price, you can rescue the investment very quick. Okay. And we are over 25 countries, okay? Training centers, okay? We have training centers around the globe. Then you can contact with one of our partners here in 2shapes.com/partners. And that's all.
Great. Rafael, you did such a lot of work on 2Shapes for Rhino. We're so excited, especially here in Novage. Hopefully we'll be able to resell it soon.
Of course,
and
of course.
There's a couple of questions. So first of all, is it going to be just for Windows, or also is it Mac compatible?
2Shapes for Rhino, I think is the question. The thing is, yeah. It's only for Windows.
Okay, so it's only for Rhino for Windows.
Yes, because still today, Rhino for Windows is more advanced than the Rhino for Mac. Okay. And also it's true that Mac it's going to long battery devices, but not graphical performance. In other words, you cannot create a render on a MacBook, for example. Okay.
Right. Okay. The other question. Yeah. The other question I have is concerning taxes. Can you prepay tax on 2Shapes?
No, it creates all the report. I think this is a really American thing. I think
exactly.
It's no. It's because I thought the Spanish taxes was really complex until I know the American taxes. Then the idea is it's calculating the taxes, but it's not prepaying nothing. Just create the report. Okay. Okay. Then you don't have the connection to anything. Okay.
Okay, I hope this helps because the tax systems in the US it's really one of its kind. But this is something though.
Probably the 70% of the time of taxes was just for US.
Yes.
Because it was so crazy. It was so crazy.
I can imagine. Well, thank you so much. It was really, you guys, I want to say it again, you put so much work into this and I'm sure it will pay off because it looks amazing already. And hopefully everybody will come back here to Novage to find it once it's available. Yeah. And let me take the screen back. If you're done, I don't see any other questions. So I'll show again the page where you can find Rhino for now, and then pretty soon we'll have a page where you can find 2Shapes for Rhino. And visit novage.com because we are changing the way you can purchase your 3D software. So it's a one-stop shop. You find all the choices, and we don't have any horse in this race. You know, you get what you want. We're not trying to steer you in any direction. We just offer you the best price and the best advice if you need it. Thanks again for joining us today. And thank you, Rafael. We're all very excited. Thanks for spending your evening with us. Have a great rest of the night. And bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Take care.